Hello, Liberty community, and welcome to an activity scheduler for our school today. This is going to be a brief overview and just pretty much on how to use this specific account when we are looking at our athletic programs. As you can see, the Our School Today hat is the symbol that is available in the Apple Store for the App Store and the Google Play, also the App Store for Google. So you just look for the little hat, type in activity scheduler. You could download the app. It'll go right to your phone. When you start up the app, when it's brand new, it's going to ask you what school you want to follow. Okay, so you're going to go through New York. You're going to, after you pick New York, you're going to type in Liberty or scroll through and pick Liberty. And then this is exactly where it's going to lead you. Okay, so I'm going to just go through a couple of features and a couple of functions here that you can view when you want to look at a team or when you want to look at the schedule for the actual day um, of what is happening. So if you click on the schedule or the calendar, you're going to see what comes up, okay, what is going on for today here at Liberty, and if anybody is away at an away event, it's going to tell you where that event is. Okay, so if you scroll down, it's going to tell you a week in at a time. Okay, so the whole week from day 1 to day 7 is going to be a part of this specific feed, this specific screen that you have up now. Okay, so if you click, say if I click the boys modified soccer, it's going to tell you. The time, of course, it's going to give you more of a detailed description if there's anything, notes or anything that needs to be a part of. You can also click Get Map. Okay, if you get Map, it's going to bring you open to a map link, and it's going to show you how to get to that specific spot. Okay, or a specific game, or any type of field that may be a little bit off the beaten path. Okay, so we have that. Say if you want to see an away game, say if my son is playing in boys JV soccer, I can click that. Then it's going to tell you, also going to tell you what time the buses are leaving for an away game. Okay, the return time is going to vary from sport to sport. That's usually going to be left blank, but it's going to tell you what time the bus is going to leave. It's also going to tell you what time the dismissal for the students for the school. We give about 15 minutes for our students to get ready to go to a contest, to get on the bus, to get ready to go, and to make their way to where the bus is located. Same thing with Get Map. You can press that. It's going to give you a map in a separate tab to where James I. O'Neill High School is located. Okay. If you click on Activity, you can also select what activities you want to choose. So, what activities is your son or daughter or loved one is a part of? Say I want to see varsity boys baseball or varsity baseball in general. I also have a daughter that's on basketball, and my nephew, he also plays soccer, so let's do boys varsity soccer. So I selected 3. Now I can view. Okay, now it's going to flip over. Okay, now I'm only going to see those specific sports. Okay, from here it starts from the beginning of the season. Okay, and you could scroll through of anything that happens. This is all also live, so you can see it as it's updated on the school's end. Okay, so you could see all of the games that are occurring. If you have say a son or daughter that's you have multiple in a high school, you can pick two of the different sports, and you can see exactly when those games are. Okay, and you can scroll through this, and of course we have the whole season already taking place and already scheduled. Okay, and of course, if you don't like that, and say if you made a mistake, you can clear your filters, or have a saved schedule, and you can put your name in there, put a name for the schedule that you want to have saved. Okay, so you could also do this for the type. Okay, you could select the category. Right now, there's nothing I have for the type, but you can also go to a specific date if you have in mind. Okay, and say if you pick the 28th of October, it's going to bring you to the 28th of October and see what we have for that specific day. You can also click today, and it'll bring you back to what day you are currently in. Okay, you can also upload it right to your schedule, to your calendar. I don't have this currently on the phone that I'm working with, but you can upload this to your calendar so you can actually see it in your own personal calendar, so you don't have to flip back and forth with the Our School Today app. But be aware, if you do this and things do change, it may not link to your specific calendar appropriately. Okay, so if you have a game, if we had a game scheduled for today and it had to be rescheduled for later on in the season, say next Tuesday, it may not be synced up appropriately. So keep that in mind. Okay, so if we go back, you can also pick the teams. Okay, all of your teams, this is where you clicked before and you saw whatever teams that you had that you want to view, and then that will show up on your team's events. Okay, scores, that will be updated accordingly to each of the individual sports teams. Okay, so if you want to see a specific sport, let's see, boys varsity soccer. Okay, they have all their scores listed, and they are going throughout their season. Okay, with whatever game they had taking place, and then they would put in their scores. Okay, and of course, spot right there, that is just for the admin and coaches for logging in, so you don't really have to worry about that. If you do have any questions or concerns, hopefully this tutorial was helpful in some way, shape, or form. And again, if you do have any other questions or concerns, you can certainly email Mr. Bianco, 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 at libertyk12.org. Again, hopefully this is helpful. Go Liberty. And again, if you have any questions, please contact.